Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Well, we're underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, that's a key interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Del Piero. Oh, good spread. Oh, that's a fine interception. Pull it.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Del Piero. He's one-on-one, real chance! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Matheus Nunes did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Well, that's called taking one for your team, because a one-on-one situation was about to develop.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Davids, whatever he had in mind, that was not it. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Looking to play him in. It's come to nothing. De Bruyne. Oh, they can break here. Oh, good read.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Always onto this. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Del Piero unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's picked out the run. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Cannavaro. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. And this is Ronaldo. Thuram. No way through. Pelé. Now it's Messi. Now it's Del Piero. Zanetti. Short changes him with that pass. Matheus Nunes. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Manchester United finding their passes. Ronaldo showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. De Bruyne. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Owen. Crunching tackle. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Played out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Pelé. Owen. Pull it. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pelé.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Well, this is Owen.
Besiktas can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Owen tries a shot! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. De Bruyne. Looking for options for movement. Pele. Great vision. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He slings it in. He gets big. They just took too long getting forward.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive. We know that, and that one never really got going.
And it's Neymar. And this is Del Piero. There's the whistle for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
From today's match is now on sale
Besiktas
in the
go in
stadium.
at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. That's the start of another 45 minutes. Maguire kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played into space. It's a goal kick. De Bruyne picks it up from the goal kick. That ball looks a good one. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Couldn't squeeze it through. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Knocks it into space.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Maguire promptly onto that, and that is that. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Looking for the run. Can he latch onto this? Owen, he has found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No way through there. And he cuts out the supply. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. The most accurate pass. Some really good ball movement. Del Piero looking understandably energised after his goal. Xavi Alonso.
The attendance for this
So we've
match
reached the hour
was
mark.
71,649.
Looking tidy in possession here. Alonso picked out brilliantly. Ronaldo finds himself offside. Xavi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? Oh, this is Messi. Again, the flag's up. And this is Owen. Xavi Alonso. Messi. Bullet dominates aerially so often. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! The glamour and the glory! A finish right from the top draw. just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and the
Aa,
next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Topor'tan davet attılar bana da ben
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum
klasman
is
yapmak
shifting
istiyorum. Konuşunca yeniliyorum ben. Full konsantre oynayayım diye Yıldırım'ın davete gitmedim. 2 kişi onlar orada herhalde. Bilmiyorum, maç mı yapasın var, hayırdır. Bakalım onlar durur mu? Duru, hala duruyorlar.
And it's Xavi Alonso. And that's a good ball.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot. And he shoots!
Ya amına koyayım be. Aynen ben klasman kasayım biraz. 2'ye çıkayım da. Böyle nasıl çıkacaksak 2-0'dan yine 2-2 yaptırdık. Amına kodum be.
Thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
We have ourselves a real game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh no, what has happened? And another try! Goal!
Ya şansa bak amına kodum şansına ya.
The comeback is complete. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that's not going to reach. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Besiktas are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And this is Owen.
Besiktas really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Pullet goes steaming forward. Pass somewhat off target. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Owen. Matches Nunes, goes sliding in. And now the breakaway. Floated through. Messi. De Bruyne. We are into stoppage time. Neymar. And they can counter here. He's shifting through the gears here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And we're done.
Görüyorsun değil mi, olay 2-0'dan 3-2 yenildik. Böyle işin ben var ya. Allah Allah.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So off we go then. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side.
Aynen, Owen olmadı mı olmuyor. Ben yapamıyorum. Bir deneyen bir 20 dakika falan bir Owen'u biraz şey kapatıyor da. Ne o? Del Piero. Alacağım canım. Ben Owen'suz oynayamam zaten. Bak bak ya.
Defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pass is just off target. Hazard.
Ya benim için oyuncu değil. Bu adamlar şeyle oynamasın. Sen söyle adını. Akıllı yardımla oynamasın. Bu adamlar yenileyin ben. Önemli değil. Umuruma bile takmam. Çünkü bire çık, az önceki adam bire çıkamamış şeyinde bu oyunu oynar halde. Bire çıkamamış adam. Gittik 2-0'dan 3-2 yenildik. Böyle saçmalık olur mu? Ben hani adamın ne oynadı mı şeyle, ne sen söyle, akıllı yardımla oynamadım. Onu bilmiyorum şu anda. Eğer oynadıysa da demek ki yani akıllı yardımın faydası çok fazla. Bak kim ne derse desin. Ben çünkü dün bir adamın biri akıllı yardımla oynuyordu. Bir arkadaş bizim takipçi akıllı yardımla oynuyor abi bu dedi. Gittim akıllı yardımı şey yaptım, adamla beraber kaldım. Atamıyordum ilk önce. Kendim akıllı yardımsız oynarken. Akıllı yardım alır almaz gol atıyorum, bir şeyler oluyor. Ben dedim bak bu açık açık bu kadar belli ediyor, bariz bak. Yani bu yazık, günah yani. İnsanların emeğine yazık yani. Alamıyorsun topu adamdan. Ne bileyim. Def bak. Belki bu da oynuyor akıllı yardımı. Bilmiyorum. Ya senin
Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Albert Ferrer. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. That is Conte. Gets a good foot in there. He's going for goal.
Aynen. Dursun biraz daha dursun şimdi. Ah be. Ben açmıyorum da. Hani biri derse bana akıllı yardımla oynuyor. Bu öyle sinir oluyorum da açıyorum. Çünkü dün çok ağır küfür ettim. Akıllı yardımla oynayanın dedim ben. Hani genel olarak kendim de açınca şimdi yediremiyorum kendime, biliyor musun? Ama onunla karşıdaki açık olduğu için açıyorum ben, şeyden değil yani. Yoksa ben akıllı yardımla oynadığımdan değil. Az önce akıllı yardım mı vardı bende mesela, 2 gol atarken yoktu. Adamda var mı onu bilmiyorum. Da bana şey yaptı, sen söyle adını. 2-0'dan 3-2 yaptı. Onu bilemem işte. Onu bilmediğim için ben fazla şey hemen anlayamıyorum. Biraz çıkmadı mı? Çıkması lazımdı onun. Çıktıydı o ya.
Ferdinand with the slide tackle there. Thuram. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Evet, bu şey yavaş kalıyor bu. Ne onun adı? O yavaş kalıyor. Onu oynatmayacağım artık. Zaten kullanmıyor. Eskisini kullanmıyordum. Bu yenisini niye kullanayım ki, değil mi?
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately. Substitution for Besiktas. Number 20, Adriano. Coming on the field is number 9.
And we're off again.
Owen.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
And he whipped. Oh, what a climb! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ferdinand cuts out the pass. Great vision. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Pullet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Played into space. Pedri is sporting a guilty look after that. And oh, he's gifted it to the opposition. Besiktas do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Now it's Ribery. Del Piero. Del Piero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Albert Ferrer. Now, can they get him away? Knocks it into space. He is through here. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And it's Albert Ferrer. Tar wins the duel this time. He has found the way through. Olise, and the shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Manchester United have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Albert Ferrer. Now it's Olise. And still, we await the first breakthrough. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Tries to play it through, and that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nice looking ball. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Ribéry. Can he get it through? Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that is a good ball to find it. Oh, what has happened here? Zanetti. Besiktas perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Conte. Ball played for Rijkaard. Threads one in. Šeško. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Ribéry. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Looking for the run. Can he finish? Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substitution from Besiktas. Ribéry.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 21.
Oh, strongly challenged there.
Substitution.
Albert Ferrer. Howson. Bastoni. Bruno Fernandes.
Ben Edgar'sız yapamam abi.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Looks a good ball through.
Edgar benim hayatımı kurtarıyor ya çoğu zaman. Pas önemli değil benim için. Pas lazım değil bana. O pası verir ya. Gol bile atar. O forvet gibi gol bile attırıyorum ben ona.
Looking to play him in.
Bence de iyi anlaşma.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Şey olabilir aslında. Pası iyi olan bilmem ki. Bakarız bir dahaki oyunda bakalım.
Bence burası düşebileceği en iyi yer. Haksız olma hayatım.
Besiktas are looking to go forward now.
Ya alsana amına kodum. Ah.
And so did he.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome. I think we might be done
Koş
here,
koş
but
koş.
I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Atıyor abi o pas ya. İyi onun. Ara pası var onlarda hep zaten ya. Ara passız oyuncu yok bende. Hepsini ara pası bastım.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Azar. And Batasagi. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Played right into his path. That's another chance. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, that's a
Kaderini siktiğim oyunu. Böyle oyun mu olur ya? Gitti gol atamadık. Allah Allah.
Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Maybe your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on.
Pası iyi onun ya. Alçaktan pası, yüksekten pası. Baksana. Onu atacaktık, atamadık. Ne yapalım? Pası iyi onun, iyi.
Eyvallah, çok sağ ol. Abi sorarsa söylersin.
Tamam hayatım. Var mı bir isteğin?
Çok ilgilendin zaten. Gel otur.
Bu dinlenme işi nereden çıktı?
İyi iyi, pası iyi. 80 kusur abi. Adam gol bile atıyor ya.
Hayret. Halbuki gözlerindeki çocuk
Kalacak. Ben onsuz yapamam zaten. Ben onu...
Hadi abi.
Bir sürü adam var ya benim.
ne var biliyor musun? Mutlu olamayan insan sendromu.
Bir sürü adam var benim. Onu...
Ben mutlu değilsem
Ben ondan vazgeçmiyorum. C4 bile var. Bakayım. C4 da iyi bak.
Sen mutlu ol istiyorum.
Pas olarak. Ama yine de onu oyna diyorum. DOS. Bu nasıl? Bak onlardan bile iyi yani.
bir geçmiş olsun desene ölür
Şey
müydün?
pardon. Şuna bakalım.
Yaratılışıma aykırı davranırsam ölürüm Ceylan. Bir insan benim sözümü dinlemedikten sonra benden duyacağı karşılık geçmiş olsun.
Bunu oynatabilirim. Ben eskiden bunu oynadıydım.
Uzun.
Oo, bu da iyi. 85-86. Benim adam nasıl?
Diyeceksin.
Düşük. En iyisi şu. Benim kankam var orada aslında da.
Yapacağım şeyi yapayım.
Dur ben şimdi.
Sonra geçmiş olsun diyeceğim.
Bunun bile iyi bak. Alçaktan, yüksekten.
Sen ne yapacaksan
İyi o ya. Bir de şeye bakayım da ondan sonra dur.
Ben de istemiyorum hayatım.
Bu da iyi. 84.
teşekkür ederim.
Bunu bir göğe yapacaksın. O kadar ya. Hafif.
Yapacağımı yaptıktan sonra da umarım teşekkür edersin.
Bir şey mi dedin bana?
Neredeyse göğe alırız. Bu da göğe oynuyor ya.
Biz senin yaptığın işi her gün bedavaya yapıyoruz. Senin havan kim İsmail? Yok kimseye bir havam yok Yavuz. Dün neyse bugün doyur. Bugün Türkiye'nin sayılı zenginlerindensin. Düne göre diyorum. Yanlış mı dedi? Yine başladın başkasının parasını saymaya Yavuz. Sen hayırdır? Ya İsmail kendi parasını saymıyor ki. Ozon'un ona verdiği parayı sayıyor. Üstelik say bitmeyecek bir rakamdan bahsediyoruz. İsmail abi, para sayma makinesi lazımsa verelim sana. Bozo konteynerle yollarım parayı dedi. Arsanın olduğu yere. Saymaya ne hacet? İsmail istersen şu şekilde yapalım. Şimdi bu parayı bankaya falan koyamazsın. Çok para yani. Nereye koysan, kime versen yani güvenemezsin. O yüzden istersen ihtiyacın olduğu zamanlarda varil o parayı gel buradan al. Ya var. Oğlum adamın kendi parası. İstediği yere koyar, istediği yerde saklar. El alemin parasının derdi seni niye geldi şimdi? Ya bir apartman diyecek paradan bahsetmiyoruz ki dayı. Apartman kadar bir paradan bahsediyoruz. İyi ya işte senin paran değil ya, bahsetme diyorum. Kimseye iyilik yapmak diyorum ya. Yavuz'um, katlardan birisi. Göz hakkı, kulak hakkı. Bak bir şey vermene gerek yok. Çok sağ ol. Efraim, huzurdan çıkınca dedim ki bu merdanların hiç şansı yok. Nasıl oldu laf çıktı? Bozo bu, bilemeyiz. Lonçici araya girdi diye konuşuyormuş mahallede Derman. İşte bundan sonra onların başının etini yer. Bana can borcunuz var, hayatınızı ben kurtardım diye. Beter olsunlar. Elin hamburgu süreci tutmak nedir?
Henüz giremedim şeye, havaya. Geçen akşamki gibi olsa güzel olacak da. Onu da yayın yapmadık ama. Demek ki ben yayınsız mı kazanıyorum ne?
Bütün gece öldüm meraktan Merdan. İyiyim demek bu kadar mı zordu?
Ben de ölümden döndüm ya. Hatta olanları sana nasıl anlatacağım diye ölmüşten beter sayılabilirim.
Gel otur anlat gel.
Yok, ben bir şey anlatmayacağım. Bozo seninle görüşmek istiyor.
Bozkurt mu? Ne görecek ki Bozkurt bende?
Bilmem. Her şey ortaya çıktı Merve.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Ne diyor Merdan?
And as you can see, we've already started here.
Ne görüşecek mi seni?
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks.
And here's Gattuso.
Gattuso really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Batistuta. Bale. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim. Pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Give him the ball anywhere near the box and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Sana ne söylerse söylesin, evet de deme.
That is good pressure, just hounded it off
Sadece
it.
dinle.
And it's been played through. Takes a shot! Goal! Besiktas! Besiktas take the lead.
Gitmesine neden izin
One
vermez?
sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Benim işlerime karışma.
So a breakthrough already.
Sen
And
atarken
it's
iyi.
Bale. Belletti. Belletti. Oh, this is a very... It's Bale! Against the crossbar. Quality ball. Now it's Owen.
Bekir,
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Del Piero. Aiming towards the centre.
Bu ne amına koyayım ya.
Bildiği ver.
kocası mı ölecek?
Nicely shaped ball. Donadoni in acres of space out wide.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Threads one in. And this is Owen. He's got away. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That has ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pass somewhat off target.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well timed, excellent interception. And this is Del Piero. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Owen. And the finish! It's there! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, what a climb! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Belletti. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Besiktas are looking to break at pace. He has found a way through. Ah, that's a fine interception. Del Piero with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Ferdinand does really well to win the ball there. Donatoni. Oh, it's Batistuta. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Now, can they get him away? Rijkaard. He's had it taken off him. And there is the half-time whistle. What do you think we're up to?
2 daha atmam lazımdı, kaçtı.
Certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Besiktas sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
Şadiye yenge. Şimdi Yıldız aradı. Gülsüm ablayla
115 gol atmış adam ya. Sen dostsun. Orta sahada gelip gol atıyor. Forvet gibi.
Se ruega a los espectadores que tengan previsto abandonar el estadio en coche que lo hagan de forma ordenada para evitar atascos.
Here we go again. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Donatoni. The most accurate pass. The message is clear. None shall pass. That's been cut out. Well played. Rijkaard. Barcelona finding their passes. Batistuta! Really well taken goal. The second half off to a spectacular start. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Batistuta demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Baresi. And it's Seedorf. And it's skewed away. Baresi. Brilliantly cut out. Cruyff. And it's Davids. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. 60 minutes played. Seedorf. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
That's really well manoeuvred. Cruyff quietly revving up. Seedorf. Chance here to counter. And it's Batistuta. Played out wide. Good ball, good take. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's a little off target. And the shots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Bale plays it short. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Nice interception, well timed. Cruyff. Adams gets over and intercepts. 75 minutes played. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Gattuso. Donatoni. Looking to play him in. Donatoni. Looking for options for movement.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Oh, that's a key interception. Played through into space. No way through. Batistuta. Besiktas can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Thuram making good progress on the right-hand side. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Cruyff.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Passing nice and neat. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, he was...
And there goes the final whistle. Besiktas pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't...
Yok, biraz yine zorladı. Salak salak şeyler yolluyor ya. Az kalsın yiyordum ya. Şunu bir halledeyim ben.
İnsanları bir araya getirir. Etrafında bir çember oluşturur. Bazı seminer vardır. İnsanları nefrete sürükler. Birbirine düşürür. Sizinkisi bu ikinci türden. Benim saygı duymadığım bir sevgi türü.
3 oyun oynadık. Birini yendik, biri berabere, bir yenilgi. Berabere kaldığımı da yenmeliydim. Özellikle yenildiğim 3-2'de 2-0 yenerken sen niye verirsin ki 3-2? Onlar olsa şimdi 1400'ü geçtiydik yani. Deli deli işler ya. Haftaya yine Şampiyonlar Ligi var hafta içi. Güzel şeyler olur yani iddia bakımından. Like atıp abone olmayı unutmayın gençler bakın. Yazma şeyini kapattım. Yazı yazmak için şeyi almanız gerekiyor. Sen söyle. Abonelik. Bilerek kapatıyorum çünkü okumayla uğraşmayayım diye. Okurken gol yiyorum. Ne bileyim çok konuşmaya başlıyorum. Çok konuşmaya başlayınca da yeniliyor sürekli. Onun için kapatıyorum. Hani yazıyla uğraşmayayım. Yazdığınızı okumakla, cevap vermekle uğraşmayayım diye kapattım. İyi oluyor be. Zaten dizi de izliyorum. Ses geliyor mu size bilmiyorum da. Ortaya adam sıkıdı. Fazla koymuş adamı. Çok hızlı geldi.
Chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And the pass is intercepted. Stojkovic! Oh, just over.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, cracking ball. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
Ellemese goldü ya.
Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Aslında frikik atsam atabilirdik ya belki Gullit'le. Bu aralar beceriyoruz ama.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Değil mi kızım? Var ama böyle olsun istemiyorum. Nasıl istiyormuşsun Çiğdemciğim? Oldu bittiye gelsin istemiyorum. Yalnız.
That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Quality ball. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Fiore.
Ya arkadaş tutsaydı ilkinde goldü zaten ya. İkinciyi de tutamadı ya. Bak nereye atıyor amına kodum üstüne atsana abi. Oo.
Bana evlilik teklif etmiş. Şart mesela paşa.
Take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy
Bence
finish.
şanslı fazla zorlama
Corinthians
kızım.
are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of nothing
Paşa
there.
verirken
A few
illa bir
seconds
şeyler
was all it took for them to
Tamam
convert a
neyse
defensive
canım.
situation
Hadi
into a goal. And
kalk
it's
çıkalım.
very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now, can they get him away? And it's been played through. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That has not gone well. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And Owen! Pinged towards the front line. And it's Hullet. Rijkaard does well to get it back. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Looking to play him in. Messi. Cannavaro cuts it out. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Looking for the run. Now it's Del Piero. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Tar promptly onto that, and that is that. Van Bouten, that's a little off target. Hullet. Well, no joy this time. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Owen. Khan claims comfortably. Hullet. And that pass just didn't quite work. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts.
Besiktas truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
It's a pretty loose pass. That's a shade optimistic. Cruyff. Great vision. It's played through for him. He's got away. Bullet! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Tries to pass it through. Owen. Owen gets flagged offside. And he's straight offside. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Time and again they are repelled. Can he get it through? Oh, super find.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And that could set him on his way. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Serginho. And they're back on the ball again. Looking for options for movement. And this is Del Piero. They're urging him to shoot. Now, what about this cross? And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
World Charity Fund. Substitution for Besiktas, number 14, Johan Cruyff.
things going for the second half?
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it.
Header! Really well taken goal. Besiktas back on level terms. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
There's a sharp little ball here.
Ya sorma emmi ya. Boşu boşuna
Slightly undercooked.
saçma sapan goller kaçırıyorum aslında da.
Gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly...
Ah bak işte bundan bahsediyorum.
He's gone direct here. Besiktas come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to...
Real chance!
Valla açıkçası
Girmedi mi girmiyor la.
Not the finish.
Beceriksizlik de var biraz.
You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
So, third corner of the game. Up he goes!
Ya şu korneri biraz benim çalışmam lazım ya. Aşağıya doğru nasıl vurdurtturacağımızı önceden yapıyordum, artık yapamıyorum ya. Ah be ananı
Expertly cut out, really nice.
oğlum ya.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have...
Girmiyor ya, girmiyor.
The ball was very
Sezai'nin
poor.
tüm mail ve görüşmelerini takipteydiler.
Probing pass.
Alman gizli servisleri
Stojkovic
temasını
gets a foot in
yakalamışlar.
here.
Haydar'ın
Just off target.
konuşamıyorlar.
Nedved.
Elimizde
And
bir
he's there to
belge
make the
var.
challenge.
Göndereceğiz demiş.
Ah be.
Corinthians can't breathe again. Just.
Haydar'ın gizli
Ne bileyim abi ya. Vallahi ben de anlamıyorum ya.
Serious trouble playing store.
hiçbir iz bırakmadık. Ama malum dijital bir
Oh,
çağda
that's a key
yaşıyoruz.
interception.
Avrupa'da her restoranda, her kafede güvenlik kamerası var.
That has been
Sokaklar
cut
zaten
short.
24 saat
Oh,
kayıt
Red,
altında.
nice interception.
Ellerinde ne var bilmiyoruz ama
Oh, it's Del Piero.
eğer böyle
This
bir
is
şey
Nedved.
Sezai'ye ulaşacak olursa
Abi benim hatam orada Nedved'i oynatmamak ya. 3 maçtır.
Always looked it.
Nedved'siz olmuyor bu iş.
benim oyundan çıkmam gerekir. Sen ne diyorsun Aslı? Ceylan içerideyken ben nasıl çıkacağım oyundan? Ozo ne yapacak? Ömrüm deyip sarılacak mı kıza?
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
havaalanına doğru gidiyor. 2-3 tane jet ayarlanmış. Ama nereye gidecek? Hangisi
Besiktas
kalkacak bilmiyorum.
still have the cards to
Bu adam
attack
iddia
this
olmuş
game.
yani gitmeye.
Bombanın pimini çekip öyle gidecek belli ki.
And claimed it back
O oyun
swiftly.
bir gün ortaya çıkacak dedi.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Kız kardeşinin yanına git. Aksi bir durum olursa Aslı seninle temasa geçecek. Seni ve kız kardeşini güvenli bir alana taşıyacağız. Ne demek ben güvenli bir yere taşınacağım? Ceylan ne olacak ya? Adamın elinin altında diyorum size. Haydar Ali önceliğiniz sensin. Benim de önceliğim sevdiklerim. Haydar Ali. Haydar Ali.
Adamın geçmişine dair hiçbir şey bilmiyor. Rekabet etmem gereken bir bölü var yani. Kız kim onu da bulunur. It's not five differences. Can't find them. One, tested and reflected by professionals. Two, can't run a minimum one.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. That pass isn't the best. Has a look and plays it forward. That's Nedved. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Tar kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's managed to get free. De Bruyne.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Yani böyle trajik bir kayıp yaşamış bir
Dida
adamın
breathes a
yüzüne
sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
ona bunu nasıl
Well, I'm
unutmayayım
not
hiçbir
quite
fikrim
sure
yok
he
Celal.
needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were
Güzel güzel anlamışsın
very
bunun
annoyed.
trajik bir kayıp olduğunu. Acaba geçmişin peşini bıraksam mı? Geleceğinize mi
Nicely
odaklansın?
aimed pass.
Asıl önemli olan
I'll tell
adamın
you,
sana
Peter, the
karşı açıp
keeper owes him
açmaması.
big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to
Olur da
him.
açmaz. Gidersin abine söylersin bir şey
And
olmuyor
that
diye.
is expertly dealt with.
Ben diyorum ki
Vinicius Junior,
bir şeyleri bahane edeyim. İş
not
güç.
the most accurate
Belçika
pass.
dayılarının yanına gideyim. Ne
It looked as though
öğrenebilirsem
that might
artık.
lead to something quite
Yok,
promising,
manyak
but
böyle bir şey.
it turned out that that
Karşındaki
was
adam çok
not the
zeki bir
case.
adam. Eğer onun arkasından böyle bir iş çevirdiğini
Thuram
öğrenirse
promptly onto that,
kalbini
and
açacaksın
that
ama
is that.
açmazsan artık bütün kapılarını kapatır.
So you just love the level of intensity here. Neither is prepared to back down,
Mesela ben
and to
senin
be honest,
geçmişinde
that's
çok
how it should be.
Siz abimle senin geçmişin hakkında her şeyi konuştunuz mu? Tabii ki
Mbappe
konuştuk.
finds
O
himself
zaten en
offside.
başından söyledi.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Messi. That's been cut out, well played. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Marquinhos deals with that comfortably. That is ended up in no man's land. It's come to nothing.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Shot could be on. And the finish! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Substitution for Besiktas. Number 9.
Besiktas are making a change
Number
now.
26.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
There will be 3 minutes.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that will be it. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win.
Bu ne ya amanım uğraştırıyor. Basitçe yenemiyoruz ya. İlk defa %50 oynadım ya. %50 hiç olmaz. Hep %30, %39, %37. Üf. 60 ortadan gitmişim bak.
Mesela Çiğdem konusundan bahsettim de abi.
Azıcık ısındım ya. 30 verdi lan.
Herkesin içinde affedeceğim paşa.
Aman
Bozuklu bir kardeşine daha yapamazsın.
Niye? Bak, sultana yaptım nasıl affetmişim. Değil mi kız?
Tekrar teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederim. İnsanların sonradan da olsa ölmeden önce sözüme gelmesini çok seviyorum. Hazır Paşa da ölmemişken sözüme gelecektir diye düşünüyorum. Bu konuda sana daha fazla söz düşmez bir tane.
the scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Ceylan'la geçmişiniz ortaya çıkacak.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Ayrıca kimlere güvenip nasıl işlere bulaştıysan artık bana anlatman gerekiyor.
So it's down to business here. Guardiola. And here's Owen. That was lovely, that. Tries to play it through. It's Hullet.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse.
Oh no, what has happened here? That has ended up in no man's land. That is good alertness. And it's Guardiola.
Bir şey duydum canım sıkıldı.
That pass isn't the best. Donatoni. Guardiola. Ferdinand makes the interception. Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's caught in or out? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Howson has been given a red card for the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good ball.
I am taking one to
Neymar. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He is slightly undercooked that one.
Iraq clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And the shot! Goal! Besiktas! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Ne oldu? Siz neye geri döndünüz? Ölüme geldim. Ne oluyor?
Substitution for Iraq. Number 2.
I guess this was unexpected, a change so early in the game.
Kim
I
diyor?
doubt very much that this was in the script. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins
Nasıl
out.
olmuş? Biz nereye gideceğiz? Sen ne anlatıyorsun Ali ya? Nereye gideceğiz ya? Nereye gideceğiz? Uzaya gitsek bu
You can
adamlar
run
bizi
on to
bulurlar,
that.
farkında mısın?
Shot, surely! Screamer! Sumptuous finish, an
Evet, sana
absolute
kilitledim ya.
joy!
Sana al bu kızı
A
buradan
game
kilitledim.
of
Beni niye
thrills,
dinlemiyorsun sen?
all fair in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that
Ben hiçbir
equaliser.
yere gitmiyorum. Ben hiçbir yere
There
gitmiyorum.
was
Sen
to
bu
be
sefer kardeşine
only
buradan
one
gidiyorsun.
outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Kafayı mı yediniz ya? Bu işin artık Ali'si, Ceylan'ı,
And
beni
that has
falan
added
yok.
a whole new
Sonuçta
complexion to
üçümüz de
the game.
geçmişin
Well, I
parçasıyız.
think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Zaten gideceğimiz bir yerimiz yok.
Donatoni. Oh, chance for a shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. And the keeper beats it away. Can he get it through? Besiktas have the chance to go the other way.
Güzel şey öğrenecek.
Turan demonstrating his defensive quality there. And here's
Madem her şey
Torres.
ortaya çıkacak, benim sana bir şeyler söylemem
Iraq
lazım.
upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch. Oh, they could be caught out here. Has another goal!
Neden beklemedim?
Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar. Now it's Owen. Knocks it into space. And the pass is intercepted. Scholes. And it's Hakimi. Donatoni. Oh, good take and a pass! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's a pretty loose pass. Great vision. Owen gets into a good position. Mateus. Good read, needed to be. Hakimi. Donatoni. Played through for him. He's free, he has crossed, takes a shot! It's hit the upright. Oh, that was vital. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's just misjudged that one. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass was decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Donatoni. That has not gone well. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. So we're just settling back into this second half. He has a look up. Neymar.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now, can they get him away? Neymar. Great chance! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And now the breakaway. And it's Neymar. No way through. And here's Donatoni. Neymar. It's Neymar! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Zanetti does really well there. He is strong. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Torres. Quality ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking to play him in. And this is Hullet. That's very neat. Donatoni. Iraq do have a chance to counter here. Cannavaro wins the duel this time. Besiktas have it back and can go again. Lovely pass, but can he get there? We're back in possession and ready to go again. Looking for the run. Looking for options for movement. It's come to nothing.
2, 12-month minimum warranty. 3, 30 days to change your mind. 4, industry standard
Out for a goal kick.
5, delivered in 2 business days. Downgrade now. Bagmarket.
Hakimi. Thuram gets across to intercept that.
Hotel Luxor with me. Understated.
Tries to pass it through. Cannavaro promptly onto that, and that is that. Got a Tony. Can he get on the end of this? Dida gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. There's a sharp little ball here. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Showing great feet there. Now it's Owen. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Besiktas really are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Not the most accurate pass. Owen is in a really good position out wide. That has been cut short. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Threads one in, and he plays one through. It's got in, and it is an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make a difference.
That's a shade optimistic. Hakimi herring after the ball here. Now it's Mbappe, delivered in. And here's Owen.
Besiktas really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Davids. Owen shoots. Oh, the ball's in, he goes again. Oh, he's really drilled it.
Ya canım sıkıldı amını siktiğim oyununa ya. Amına kodum oyununa öyle bir pas verdim var ya.
Preservation mode.
Arkadaş var ya sinir oldum ya. Bir şey de diyemedim.
Driving forward.
There will be 1 minute
Nicely
added.
waited.
Ya adamın yenebileceğinden değil. Adam çöp ya. Zaten kırmızıyı da yedi. Oyunu iyice saldı bana şeyi de. Al işte. Kendi elimle verdim amına kodumun oyununu. Anasını avradını siktim oyununda ya.
Everything looks so good for them to start with. But as we
Ah ah. Hı. Şöyle yapacağız ya.
There's a better way to trade the gold higher. With plus 500, you can seize gold volatility at any time. Go long or short on a variety of instruments.
Yani Del Piero'suz önceden oynuyordum ben. Del Piero'yu ben
Feel the rush.
sanki biraz ne bileyim.
Never miss a market opportunity. Plus 500, it's trading.
Çok iyi adam ama bir böyle deneyelim bakalım da.
What if you had just about any health and
Şöyle deneyeceğiz işte.
right in your pocket? We sell it for 50,000.
İkisinden başkası bana şey olmuyor ya. Mesela bir Ronaldo var ne bileyim. İbrahimovic var, o var, bu var. Ben bu ikisinden başkasıyla da fayda alamıyorum. Niye forvette bilmem. Gittik kendi elimizle verdik oyunu ya. Lanet olsun. Niye geriye o kadar sert vurarsın? Galeci niye tutmaz? Niye dışarı çıkmaz top? Değişik değişik işler. Isındım aslında şeyim yok artık da bir gol atamadık ki şu herife en az 3-4 gol atmam lazımdı rahat. Aynen. Aynen. Ya bir de alıştık ya, alışınca
Hiç kimseye gönderilmemiş.
Gönderinin peşine düşmez.
Ya Bekir, ne oldu? Sezai gitti mi havaalanına?
Başımız sağ olsun.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
España y el Besiktas.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
David De Gea, simply because of the remarkable strides he's made to earn the World.
Climbs up big! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Anlamadım.
They've got it again. Eric Garcia. Great vision. Raul could try cutting inside here. Yamal's cross. Morientes finds himself offside. Rodri. Pedri. Good ball, good take. That is a little undercooked. Quality ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And he's going to be disappointed with that. Raul.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Yamal looking to run onto it. Picked out brilliantly. Eric Garcia. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Looking for the run. He's had a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Besiktas really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
There will be a throw-in. Corner it is.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Hoş geldin İsmail. Hoş bulduk Arda.
Owen.
Hoş geldin İsmail.
Yamal. Yamal is one whose deliveries we all know about. Ah, that's a fine interception. No goals as yet. That's Yamal.
Nasıl yani?
Can he get on the end of this?
Nasıl infaz etmişler?
Yamal cuts a frustration. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Besiktas.
Penaltı olmasaydı, döndürseydi beni zaten ben Mbappe'le atamazdım belki de.
Most significant moment of the game.
Oralardan giderse bir şey yapmayacağım demişti. Demek ki gitmede niyeti yokmuş.
So you're telling me I can straighten my teeth in as little as 4 to 6 months from just £38
Never
off?
any
Yep.
doubt.
And get free teeth white.
Not a twitch,
Yep.
not a
Free
blink.
sets of
I just think the
Yep,
keeper
that's
committed
true.
himself too early.
And if I wear my retainers, my teeth won't move back.
Ah.
Yeah?
A
So what's the
1-0
catch?
lead
Go there is
established.
one. I buy line
Well, I
treatment
guess this
for
ought
4
to
months,
make
see
things
the white
interesting,
in 2
Peter.
weeks,
No
and
doubt
wear
the
my
opposition
retainers
will
all
now be
night,
forced
and
to
I'm
play
getting so
a
many
more open and
compliments.
risky
I
game.
literally never felt so confident.
Promising
I just
position.
had to admit it,
Cross
you know?
flung
I
in
recommend
towards the
it
middle.
to everyone. It is that good.
That's the keeper's
Okay, so
ball.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Raul clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Eric Garcia gets over and intercepts. And it's Pedri. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Evet, aynen. Demek ki o Yamal'a şey yapmış.
Here's someone with
Bütün orta şeylerini Yamal'a vermiş gibi duruyor.
looking lively here.
Zaten ona ben şey yaptıydım ya. Bu Zanetti'yi yüklediydim ya. Zanetti bak şu şey yapıyor. Ama işte yine de attırtırıyor Zanetti ya.
Both flanks are working quite well now.
Way through, so back it comes. That's really well manoeuvred.
Ah,
And he welcomes it in.
gol mü?
Öyle gelip oralar benim diyeceksin. Bir de yaşayacaksın.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Koymuş da sizi kurtarmış.
Oh, no joy this time.
Yoksa ikinizin de şansı yok.
Rodri is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Kimse şahsi algılamaz da İsmail.
Besiktas are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable.
Abi'nin artık böyle bir rüyası yok.
Nicely weighted ball. Has ended up in no man's land.
Ya gelecek demişler İsmail.
Let's roll.
Buyur Fata. Sen bir şeyler dikiyormuşsun. İnşaat
That's a shade
oynuyorsun.
optimistic.
Orayı
Looking
diyorum.
for options for
Kızım
movement.
aşağı
Oh,
evleniyor.
it's a nice idea, but the
Onlardan bir kat
execution
alayım
was
diyorum.
lacking.
Öyle yüksek katlardan.
Pedri.
Olur
The
Fata.
message is clear. None shall
Yüksek
pass.
katlar yüksek fiyata.
Eric Garcia spots
Baştan
it
söyleyeyim
and
Bir
intercepts.
katı kaç kuruş o yükseklerden? Dolar.
Oh, it's
Kuruş
beyond
değil.
the defence.
Tamam lan dolar.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
25
Well, I think
milyon.
the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best
Hediyesini
decision.
biz niye alıyoruz? Müsaadenin elimizi veriyoruz.
Oh, he'd have done well to
Bırak
reach
bu
that.
katın taşı alsın Çiğdem.
It's a sharp
Yok.
pass. Owen
bana
chasing
düşer.
after it,
İsmail ima
and he's
alıyor.
worked it through.
Ne bana diyor.
No, that was never going to make it.
Aldın gitti İsmail. Hayırlı olsun.
Rodri,
Eyvallah.
Raul.
Ödemeyi nasıl yapacaksın? Ya
Lovely,
ödemeyi de
well
niye yapacaksın? İsmail. Merdan'la Ferhat yapacak.
Bedavadan gol attı amına kodum çocuğu.
Bak ya.
And we hit half time.
Kalk parası diye bir şey
Well,
var.
the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half time. It's a really interesting game, and they head in at half time at 1-1.
Benim sağ
Otur Bekir.
Aynen. Yoksa yanında defans vardı. Ona dokundurtmaması lazım. Böyle saçmalık mı olur ya?
Hani bir adam vardı. Öldürecektin de.
But I don't know Batman.
Hadi amına kodumun çocuğu. Ne yapan ya?
I made a scandalously reasonable decision. I bought a new Steve, refurbished, 50% less than new.
Lazım.
Amına kodumu çıkardı diyeceğim şimdi.
Adem. Ne yapıyor?
Sağdan satıma edip geziyor. Başka ne yapacak abla? Sen araya girmesen şimdi ölüp gitmişti. Her yerde de söyler. Aziz abla öl desin. Ölürüm der.
İyi. Çağır gelsin.
Abla böyle birine
There's
sıkmaya
the whistle then
göndereceksin.
to start the second half.
O kadar becerikli biri değil Adem.
Tetik çekebiliyor mu peki?
Howson,
O kadarını yapar.
Rodri,
Yarın yanıma
Spain
gelsin.
finding their passes, driving on and making good progress. Now, can they get him away?
Mert onları bir takip ettir demişti ya. Bunların
What's the
kapıda
safety?
Selim vardı. Onu kovmuşlar. Sağda
Not
solda
quite
hakkını
on the
yedirmeye
same wavelength.
konuşuyormuş.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly
Kardeşime
regroup.
karşılık. Kardeş istiyorum bile ya. Madem bozuk kardeşi yaralı.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Kardeşim
It's
ayakta.
run loose here. Played back towards his own goal. Eric Garcia
Ne istiyorsa ver.
looking tidy
Herkesi
in
satın
possession
alacaksın
here.
Bekir. Bir isteyene
And it's been
olmayacaksın.
played through. This is Owen. Just the keeper to beat.
Şimdi ana avrat sövsen ne olur buna? Soyuna sopuna sövsen ne olur buna?
A straight red
Kahpenin çıkardığı şerefsizler ya.
the effects of that tackle.
Amına kodumun
I
çıkardıkları.
suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
Kırmızı mı yedi? Niye durduruyor? Kırmızı verdi. Tam gole gidiyordum ya. Frikiğin de amına koyacağım şimdi. Bir tane at artık şu frikiği ya.
This certainly looks appetizing. Well,
En iyi o mu atıyor bakın?
Yeah, that's such a good
101 atıyormuş lan bu.
Zaten pek taz etmiyorlar lan. İşte kapının önüne koymuşlar. Ya tamam da burada ne arıyor diyor. Ya elin kovduğu adamı biz mi alacağız?
Ah be bu nasıl bir frikiktir ya. Çok basmadım da ya.
Eric Garcia.
Bir açtık benim çocuğa. Oradan gözümüze gözükmüyor.
Pedri can see things others simply cannot.
Ya Allah Allah. Oğlum itsin şunu. Tamam abi. Para vermek nedir?
Bullet.
Kovduğu adamı bir
So
alıp
good. It's
geri
not the
koymak
manager
nedir?
telling the forwards that they must stay forward. Can he finish? Goal! Besiktas!
Kaysan ne olur amına kodumun çocuğu. Ona da kayacak amına. Ondan da yiyecek kırmızıyı.
Oh, he did so well.
Amına kodumun çocuğu ya.
Stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Besiktas go into the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down. Deserved it.
Ya ben anlamıyorum Mbappe. Niye geri dönen amına kodum? Niye geri dönüyorsun? Anlamadım ki ya.
He's a sharp little ball here. He is. Oh, what has happened here?
Ya geri dönmesi direkt vursaydı. Ben anlamıyorum ya bu işi. Nasıl pozisyondur bu ya?
Have their second corner now. Up he goes.
Vur artık oğlum be. Vur be.
This one clear.
Bak.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Çık oğlum dışarı. Hazanetle yürü oğlum.
Oh, that's neat.
Vay. Demek böyle ha. Vay.
Spain.
Hareketler ha yavrum. Hadi oğlum. Ya! Atacağım pasın anasını sikeyim seni.
They just need to sort out their end product and quickly.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's on it. Can he get away? A header! He scores! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
He has slightly undercooked that one.
Besiktas clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Al Kubasi makes the interception. Iniesta. Raul. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was
O
very
pası bile tutamıyorlar ya.
Cevap vermedi, aradım, açmadı. Hani neticede geçmişimiz var. Haberin olsun istedim. İyi yapmışsın Berdan. Ben de senden Gazi Hanım'a görünüp bu işin arkasında olmadığımızı söylemeni isteyecektim. Abim inanmazlar Bozkurt abi. Hülya telefonlarını açmıyor, eve gitmek istemiyor. Öyle. Sen de git. Seninle görüşürler. Bu işle bir alakamız olmadığını söyle. Bozu size bir söz vermiş.
Aynen.
Muhakkak tutardı.
Ben ne yapıyordum biliyor musun aslında? Owen'ı ilk sonra Mbappe'yi sokuyordum. Mbappe işi bitiriyor. İşi bitiriyordu abi. Mantıklısı dediğin gibi ikisini bir kullanmak. O da şeyi değiştirdim, dizilimi ondan ikisini bir kullanayım. O şeyi Del Piero için. Şimdi şeyi sokacağım. Del Piero'yu çıkarıp sen söyle adını. Nedved'e sokacağım. Ne yazdım? Bozmuyorum da. Çünkü ben ikisine çok alıştığım için huyunu suyunu nerede nasıl vuracaklarını, ne yapacaklarını hepsini bildiğim için oraya ne yazdığını okuyamadım.
He's found a way through.
Amcam bugün beni çağırdı.
Now that's a fine challenge.
Şu dikeceğimiz kuleden bir
There's
kapsasını
some
aldı.
great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
İsmail söyleyeyim daha ilkten dolandırılmaya başladı. Böyle
Well, the
bir
idea
Ha.
was a good one. The
Aynen.
execution of it, not quite so.
well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Yavaş. Tam şimdi merdanlara gittik.
Iniesta.
Yedik golü.
Yapacak bir şey yok. Yüksekten korkarım. Koş öyle şeydi.
Ben şu şeyi çıkarayım dur.
Interesting.
Hakikaten
To see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Time for changes on both sides, actually. Spain get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way.
Oh, shooting chance!
Biraz yürüyelim dedik abi.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Gives it back.
Seni başa.
I think we're just about done here.
Kavulacak o kadar kavul.
And here's Ferran Torres. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, that's superb.
Arada
Good
geçiyor.
changes in with that pass.
Nereye geçiyor?
Mbappe, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and
Paşa gibi
glory.
sözümü dinlemezseniz falan diye.
That's a good run down the
Çok
left.
güzel moral verdin Efraim.
Hay ananı bacını sikeyim. Niye tutamadı içeride onu?
Bu yüzükler takılmadan abi başka
Pedri.
yüzüne bakmaz.
And the referee brings it to a close. Besiktas have emerged victorious in this match of...
Normalde bugün yüzükleri takıyorduk da cezayı öldürülünce yarına kaldı. Ya ne yüzüğü ne takmasın anlatıyorsunuz ya? Ya bu arada amcanın düğün hediyesi de bizim dikeceğimiz kuleden bir kat. Ya şimdi başlayacağım amcama da kulesine de kızıma da ha.
Tamam.
Sultan benim acil yengemle konuşmam lazım da.
Sakin bir şey yok. Sen sıkma kendini.
Ya ne dedim ben şimdi?
sanmıyorum Melek.
Buna şey eklesem olur
Eğer
aslında da.
elinde bir belge varsa
Neyin adı?
bugün ya da yarın illaki ortaya
Süper
çıkacak.
yedek.
O zaman yarın olmadan ben sorayım Ceyda. Sen ne anlatacaktın bugün abime? Hani dedin ya, niye beni beklemedin, hiç mi sevmedin diye. Konuyu anlatacaktın.
Saat 12 oldu. Çıkabilir miyiz acaba
Seni
ki?
sevdim
Yatmadan.
diyecektim.
En az 5 maç daha yenmem lazım. Biter mi? Kaç saat sürer ama? Evet, onun birini silip süper yedek ekleyeceksin, sonra sokacaksın onu ikinci yarı.
Melek abim bana o kadar büyük bir öfke duyuyor ki. Ben onu
Bakalım.
teselli edemem. Edemem yani. O yüzden vazgeçtim ben de söyleyeceklerimden. Ne yapayım? Başılar
What if you had just about any healthy wellness product you need right in your pocket? We sell it for 50,000 of your favourite health, wellness and beauty products. That's a lot. From top quality vitamins to still viable beauty products, you can find just about anything you need where I am. So, fitness fanatics, immunity boosters, weight shredders, like
kolay geldi. Hadi gel geçelim içeri.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters.
Bir şey ister misin?
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And already we're underway here. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Sonra biraz
Yeah, of
aranız
course.
yumuşar, biraz düzelir. Ondan sonra hep birlikte ne yapacaksak yaparız.
Owen showed plenty
Şu
of
an
zest
abime
in
hiçbir
getting
şey
to the ball,
söyleyemeyiz
but
ama
couldn't quite
belki
sort it
çilenin
out.
burnundan getirirsek yüzü yatıp kaçar. Yani benim tek umudum bu. Vallahi isterseniz o konuda ben de yardımcı olabilirim.
Sağ ol Melek.
Bullet. Oh, good
Ya ben
looking
şimdi
ball.
ona ne diyeceğim?
Spread it left.
Kız
That was
hastanede
good
bundan sonra sen ne
alertness.
istersen olacaktı.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very
Bu aralar
different
herkes
outcome
biraz
there.
yüzüne tükürecek
Besiktas
başa.
clearly should have
İdare
gone for
etse
the
niye dersin?
easier pass. Now
Neyse
they'll have
sen
to
takma
quickly
kafana.
regroup.
Sana söz veriyorum. İlk fırsatını bulduğum anda ben
Big
kutularla
header.
konuşacağım. Söz.
Firm header.
Just off target, and he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Nedved.
Merdan
Shot could
Ağaoğlu
be
yine.
on.
Hayır oynasından gelmiş. Gazi,
It's a
Abdullah.
goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
İçeri almayın Bekir. Bahçeye al. Geliyorum.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of
Ama
finish.
ne diyeceklerim
Yeah, and having the
nerede var?
thrust to get there is
Peki ya
one thing,
karşıdan
having the
olmadı?
composure to score is
Seninkine
another.
muhatap olmam da. Diğerini boşuna
Are
göndermemiştik
already
olsa.
chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Ben yüzlerini görmek istemiyorum. Odamdayım.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. That has not gone well. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi. Bullet! Now, who's going to be first to this? And they can counter here. And it's Batistuta. That's a good ball out wide. Messi. Wants a look and plays it forward. And smartly reclaimed.
Şimdi ben bu anasını siktim oyununu nasıl oynayayım? Niye oynayayım ben bu oyunu? Orospu'nun çıkardıkları kahpe karının dölleri. Kahpe karının dölleri, orospu çocukları. Hong Kong bir de bu. Kesin bir bokluk vardır.
Başın sağ olsun. Dostlar sağ olsun.
What?
Düşmanlarımız kahrolsun. Kim olarak buradasınız? Ne söyleyeceksiniz? Sizi dinliyorum. Şimdi Aziz Hanım, Bozo size kız kardeşimizden bir mesaj iletti. Siz de gereğini yaptınız. Sonra Sezai buradan çıktığında yolda öldürülmüş. Herkes bilir ki Bozo sözünün eri bir adamdır. Söylediğinin aksini yapmaz. Ayrıca Sezai'nin ölümünden de herhangi bir menfaat yok. Kimin menfaati var? Bozo'nun yoksa kimin menfaati var? O kısmı gerçekten biz de bilmiyoruz. Ama kardeşinizin ölümüyle hiçbirimizin bir ilgisi yok. Geçmiş günlerin hatırına en azından bana inan. Senin bizim üzerimizde hiçbir hatırın yok. Ha, Hülya için diyorsan artık onun içinde yok. Sen de Ceylan buraya geldiniz. Bozacağım. Kan döküldü. Kan döküldü. Buraya gelmiş. Bozo'nun bu işte hiçbir ilgisi yok diyorsun. Belki öyle ya. Bozo'nun neyi bildiğini, ne kadar bildiğini, neyin neden yaptığını sen nereden bileceksin?
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game
Ben biraz
looks
daha
to
geri
be
daha
off.
Ferhat.
The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Sen 5 lira kulağın peşine
And
düş.
if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Yemek yiyeceğiz.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Olabilirsin. Sen de çıkabilirsin.
Mbappe.
Bu arada ofisi ben kapatırım.
Roberto Carlos gets into some space.
Görüyorsunuz değil mi? Oyunu nasıl sonlandırdı adam ikinci gole giderken. 1-0 yeniyordum. Ya bu oyunu niye oynasın abi millet? Niye oynasın bu oyunu millet yani? Böyle şerefsiz, gansız, kitapsızlar varsa bu oyunda istediği zaman oyunu sonlandırıp yeniliyorken oyunu sonlandırabiliyorsa millet niye oynasın bunu? Sen bunu niye yaptırıyorsun ki Konami?
Ama sen sorduğunda değil.
Moralim bozuldu ya. Oynayasım yok şu anda da. Fazla sallamıyorum. Umurumda bile değil ya. Sinir oldum ya.
Patronla tanışacaksın.
Bana kodum oyunu ya.
Burada.
They've played it short. Carlos delivers. That's an excellent interception.
Ananı bacını sikeyim ya.
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, that's well spotted. Liverpool finding their passes. Now it's Owen. That has not gone well. Rui Costa. Oh, it's a promising build-up.
Ya biraz hızlı pas yaptın mı olay bitiyor değil mi? Tamam yani.
To the left flank.
Oyun senin yani. Heh.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Nicely shaped ball. That is good alertness. That's an imaginative pass. Shifted it to the flank. Nedved could try cutting inside here. It's a mighty effort! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Mbappe. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Quality ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Roberto Carlos. Mohamed Salah. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pass somewhat off target. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Besiktas clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And here's Mbappe, Roberto Carlos, and it's Xabi Alonso. Oh, well played. That has been slung wide. Roberto Carlos. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And this is Owen. Played into the box. Neuer claims it. Safe hands. Dunk. Rijkaard. Van Basten. Tries to play it through. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Looking tidy in possession here. Mohamed Salah! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? That has ended up in no man's land. Van Basten. Liverpool looking to pass their way through. Roberto Carlos. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Mohamed Salah. Knocks it into space. Xavi Alonso. It's Rui Costa. Van Basten. Goes for a shot! Has a shot! They've got to be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed into the box. Tries a shot! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to take.
Bu adam bugün akşam oynadıklarımın en iyisi.
Well, it's been a tight game.
Yoksa
but one
sence benim
that's
böyle bir
packed with
derdim mi var?
incidents and
Çiğdem,
talking points. A decent
senin
watch
tam
this.
olarak nasıl bir
And it's
derdin var?
1-1 at half-time.
Yani paşayı tanımazsın etmezsin.
Liverpool get the
Uyun
second
suyuna
half
girmezsin. O yüzüğü parmağına takacaksın da koluna gireceğin adamın neler yapabileceğini hiç mi düşünmezsin?
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yıldız,
That's a
benim kızıma
lovely
kimse
pass.
bir şey yapamaz.
Deftly away.
Sahi, Paşa'ya müşteri haberi veren oldu mu acaba? Biliyor mu nişan meselesini?
Söylemiş Efraim.
Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball.
Ne dedi
And this is
paşa?
Mohamed Salah.
Senin tek taşı duyunca o da kendine bir
Alonso.
mezar taşı sipariş
And it's
vermiş.
Van Basten.
Ve
Works it back.
öyle bir
Pass
şey
is coming
olmadı.
off in quick succession here.
Abim ne diyorsa o dedi Paşa.
Mbappe.
Efraim abi, benim notumu ilettiniz umarım.
Ya vereceğim pası sikeyim senin.
Herkesin içinde bana evlenme teklif
Passing
etmesini
is
istediğini
crisp and
söyledi.
sharp. No way through.
Şimdi Çiğdemciğim,
Played
biz
through
öyle
for him.
özel detaylarla ilgilenmiyoruz kızım.
Ah amına kodumunun. Amına ayağını siktiğimin kaç metre ayağın var amına kodum. Defansı ya.
Excellent challenge.
Vallahi billahi adamı dinlen imandan çıkaracaklar ya. Öf öf. Hadi.
Çiğdem
Yahu.
teklifi istemekte haklı.
Of.
Accurate pass. And it's Van Basten. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Zafer.
Aa.
Got a Tony.
Owen ne yapan oğlum ne yapan Owen ne yapan söyle bana bir.
Carlos.
Sen ne yapan orada ya?
Ingredients in the team's attack.
Bak ya ben huriyam dedim sana.
Xabi Alonso. Got a Tony.
Gel aslanım gel.
Now it's Mbappe.
Yani burada bu şekilde buluşmamız ne kadar doğru bilmiyorum.
And it's Van
Hem de
Basten.
öyle günde. Oo, sana da yaranamıyoruz.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Elinden senin fotoğrafını aldık hala.
He's had a shot.
Ya şut vuracağıma pasa bastım. Allah senin ya. Allah seni bildiği gibi yapsın ya.
Sezai'ye bu fotoğrafı gönderenler başkasına da
Shot could
gönderecek.
be on.
Abi vur amına kodumun dudak uçuklarını sikeceğim şimdi ha.
Van Basten.
Düz vursam
Got a Tony. Mbappe. Spread out to the left. Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Chance! And that is wildly off target.
Şu kadar kalmıştı. Sen kafayı niye yedin? Her şeyin yapay zeka ile yapıldığı bir çağda yaşıyoruz. Bizi birbirimize düşürmek için yapmışlar. Geçeceksin. Bu kadar kolay mı ya? Şüpheyle yaşamam diyen bir adamdan bahsediyoruz.
Xavi
Bir de
Alonso.
yapay zeka deyip adamın zekasını aşağılamayalım istersen.
And it's Van Basten. Van Basten. Always looking for that half a chance.
Her şey ortaya çıkacak.
Nedved. Mbappe. He won't be happy with that one.
Bir şekilde çıkarmamız.
That's an untidy
Hayır
challenge.
olmaz, daha
Free
çok
kick
dikkat
given.
çeker.
Yellow or
Melek
red?
herkesle kaynaşmış
It
iyi
is
geçiniyorken
red.
bozkurtana
Ya
sürekli
kırmızı
geldi.
yiyecek. Ne yaptık arkadaş? Sarıyı verenler. Allah'ım ya. Al işte şimdi oyunu bana kaybettirecek bak. Görün izleyin. Çünkü o kırmızı kart yüzünden.
İhalesiz kaldı. Ya muhtemelen
Oh, the
direkt
run has been
hedefleri
sold a
savunacağız.
little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just
Aa,
couldn't take that killer blow.
Zaten ilk günden
abi verdiği pasa bakar mısınız ya?
hayatta değer verdiğim bazı insanlar var.
Rui Costa
Onları
can
sana
see
emanet ettim.
things others
Sen sahip
simply
çıkmadın.
cannot.
O yüzden bu saatten sonra kim hedefe
It's gone for a
koyuyorsun?
throw in.
Abi bu oyunu benim almam lazım ya. Böyle olmaz ya.
Xavi Alonso.
O kadın
Liverpool looking to
yas tutup
pass their
kardeşinin
way through.
arkasından ağlayacak bir kadın değil. Onu
Game
kimse hafife
kept
almıyor.
aware and
O
it is
yüzden
replayed
gönderdim
easily.
Merdan'ı oraya. Ama kadının planlarına dair hiçbir fikrim yok. Ya
Can
içeride
he get on the
konuşulan
end of this?
Well, it's a
öldürülen
move
4
of
aylık bir
great
araya
promise,
gelir.
but will it really
Tombi
prove
gibi
the
savaşacak.
Hey,
Görünür
no
de öyle
messing
olacak.
about, just
Ama
bludgeoned
arkasından
away.
bu olacak.
Azize, işin içinde sandığınız kadın bizzat işin başında. Bozkurt Merdan'la Hülya'yı ayırarak yanlış yaptı.
But he's forced to go back. That's good pressing,
Güzelken
squeezing
gerçek
the
bir adam
play.
kendisi. Biliyorsunuz. Bence de yanlış yaptı.
Oh, good spread.
Merdan üstünden
He's
fazla denge
shifting through the
kurabilirdi.
gears here.
Ama
Oh,
denge adam
well
değil.
played, well
İlk
played.
günden beri Sezai'nin arkasında kim var?
Don't you just
Onun
love the
peşinde.
level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be
Burada
honest,
ben
that's
de
how it should be.
Merdan'la Ferhat olduğuna göre ilk fatura onlara kesilir.
Bunu bize niye söylüyorsun?
Ya geçiver oğlum be. Geçiver gidelim be.
Sana söyleseydin ya.
Out to the left it goes. Played back in.
Said you get the number
Nice
already
interception, well timed.
2 minutes ago.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off.
Shapes to shoot!
İşte bu be. İstediğim şey bu be. Bu be.
I was in Springfield days. Up to 14 seconds. It's my day.
The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in a bind, they
Telefon
end up
trafiğinden
shipping a goal to
anladım.
winner. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Besiktas complete their comeback and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Besiktas close now to seeing this one through to the end.
Bence bu gece yapmak
Well, that's
istiyorum
a
ya.
booking.
Sen de
Always
ne
looked
yapmak?
it.
Ben de biraz düşüneyim.
Neyi düşüneceksin?
Yani kafama yatan şeyler var, yatmayan şeyler var diye.
Neuer. Xavi Alonso. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Zamanla ikna olursun.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And this is Roberto Carlos. And he's opted for the long pass. And here's Mohamed Salah. Alexander-Arnold is onto this. He's in a great position here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that's that. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that.
İyi güzel. İyi.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Jamaica.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Saliba playing game number 100 for his current employers.
Well, that milestone might be on the back of his mind, Peter, although I'm pretty sure he'll just go about his business as usual. It's just one of the many achievements he'll go on to reach from here.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Messi. Yamal. Take back. And they're on him in a flash. Now it's Owen. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Owen. He has a look out. Owen! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
But that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it will come your way.
Jamaica finding themselves unexpectedly behind. That's a good ball. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Messi. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Now it's Pelé. Well, the defence proved infallible then. But that won't be the last they'll see of him. Cruyff. Cruyff unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And Owen! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Owen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pullet gets into some space. Jamaica were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that...
And the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Nedved. Albert Ferrer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cruyff is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Messi. Messi puts his foot on the gas. That's tidy. Yamal. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Nedved. And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was... He's had a shot! It's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Lacking for neither time nor space. It could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Besiktas are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be...
Cruyff! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Bullet. Now that looks a decent ball. He's picked his way through. Oh, he couldn't quite make it.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Davids does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Hullet. Besiktas heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And he's lost his man here. Davids did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Pele. Thinks about the shot. Cruyff really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some
Chance for a shot! Yamal.
There will be 1 minute added
Cruyff.
time.
And it's Cruyff. Played into space out wide. And the first 45 minutes are up. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Besiktas really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Besiktas are heading into the break. Tries a shot! Jamaica with the corner. They're first. And it's been taken short. And a chance! Corner number 2 then. He's fizzed it forward. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Albert Ferrer. Rodri. Now it's Pele. It's Pele! And it's Davids. Hullet. Oh, played right into his path. He's through, it's 1-on-1. Oh, shooting chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produce something out of...
Now Mbappe. There's the shot! And somehow he kept it out.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Messi with the clearance. Jamaica have the chance to go the other way. That is ended up in no man's land. Mbappe might just make this. And here's Mbappe. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Zanetti. Zanetti made a surge from fullback, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Shoots! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for...
Pele! Sticks it away! That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Here's a sharp little ball here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. That looks a cracking ball. Odo. Rodri. Looking to play him in. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Owen. Always onto this. Besiktas have a free kick. Just wouldn't stay down for him.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Odo. And Jamal. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good looking ball. Great ball, and he's in here. And the finish! And it's in! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Besiktas are having a ball here. Now, can they get him away? And this is Owen. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And they're not going to make... Can he finish? Goal! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And with that, and that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Arsenal.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Zanetti reaching his double century today, well on his way to becoming a part of the furniture in this part of the footballing world.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, Red, nice interception. It's a really well-measured ball. Messi. And he's gone direct here. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Şimdi umarım en iyisi gece oynamak daha iyi. Neden söylediğimi anlamışsınızdır.
Drives it in. And he gets it in a hurry.
It's not just about browsing. You can analyze
quick to recover this.
quality instant. Even
Nedved crosses. Good read, needed to be. Quality ball.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Features like 360-degree product views.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a little off target. Pirlo. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for options for movement. He can run onto that. No goals as yet. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Zanetti kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Vermaelen gets over and intercepts. And here's Osimhen. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Messi tries to play it through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that's a big chance! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards to get them off and running. Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more...
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's had it taken off him. Ibrahimovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Arsenal do have a chance to counter here. Now he's got space here. Pirlo is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Nicely weighted ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And this is Pirlo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Messi! And that is doing no harm at all.
Arsenal are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Can he get it through? There's the shot! They've scored! Deep up into first half stoppage time. A crucial goal.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Besiktas head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety. Substitution in progress.
Here we go again. And this is Nedved. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Besiktas have themselves a chance from the spot to increase the lead. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, he dipped into a world of focus then and dismissed any distraction.
Substitutions taking place.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Owen. Soboslai gets across to intercept that. Searching pass he's played there. Well read, and the danger is averted.
This is the time you need that pace.
Nedved is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he?
Osimhen is onto it in a flash. Oh, easy pickings there. Looking to play him in. Played back in. Ferdinand.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Nedved was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Owen. Messi. Here's Doku. Owen. Oh, good-looking ball. Great vision. And he's managed to get free. A lot of space ahead of him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was face-to-face with... And he shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are pulling clear here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And now he has two. Real chance! Thuram plays it all the way forward. So he's felt that, hasn't he? And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe with a definite foul there. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Besiktas have it back and can go again.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That is good alertness. Here's a sharp little ball here. Looking for the run. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space here. He's had a shot! It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's there to make the challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got a chance! It's in! They're back within reach! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Cantona showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Aimed beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Cantona. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Played out wide. Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Yeah, driving forwards. Messi. Davids. He's through here. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And he was quick to react. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Back in possession and ready to go again. And we're done. It's a super show all round. Both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently undeniable. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Algeria.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, here's a player who can contribute in so many ways. Theo Hernandez. He's shown himself to be not just an effective crosser, but capable of excellent passing from deep, as well as being a pretty decent finisher. Playing for the right team, he probably could get himself into double figures.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No, that's been intercepted. It's a little off target. Now it's Haaland. Conte. He's a sharp little ball here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
And it's Nedved. And he's worked it through. And a chance! Goal! Besiktas! Besiktas take the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. And it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Played it again. Climbs up big! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Adriano really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, that looks a decent ball. Caught offside that time. Chouameni. Now it's Haaland. Chouameni. Hernandez. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And this is Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Haaland looks to get on the end of this. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Rivaldo. And it's Hernandez. Oh, nicely intercepted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Zanetti in acres of space out wide. Hernandez. Chouameni. Hernandez. Goes on a run down the left wing. Oh, that's fabulous. Hernandez crosses. And it's claimed by the keeper.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That is ended up in no man's land. Bullet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Chooses to go back. Oh, shooting chance! Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And this is Holle. Goes for a shot! Quality ball.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Rivaldo. Now it's Haaland. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And they win it back again. Now it's Nedved. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now, can they get him away? Played out to the right. Played back in.
Added time.
Big chance! Yes! And they are cruising away. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And that's it. So many thanks to you, Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, this, of course, a venue that needs no introduction. To many around the world, simply the home of football. The action has already started.
Fernando Torres is looking really fired up.
He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rice. Great vision. Now it's Pedri. Looking for the run. That's the keeper's ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rice. And that is expertly dealt with. Mbappe. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's having a shot! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Quarter of an hour played. Probing pass, and this is Torres, and Torres! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Bellingham. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Chance here to counter. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Hullet.
Besiktas really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
The ball goes... A header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Hakimi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Pedri. Pedri, they're urging him to shoot. Shifted it to the flank. Played it, he rises! Goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Rice receives it in a wide position. Quality ball. Can he get on the end of this? Nedved. This is shoot! No mistake! Back to within one! Interesting! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Shot could be on. He's found a way. Oh, special! That is a special goal. A finish of true class. Besiktas back on level terms.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that...
Chance! Goal! Besiktas! and truly turned on its head. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Besiktas have scored 2 quick goals here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. And this is Torres. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. He's a sharp little ball here. Owen. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Pedri. Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. Well timed. Excellent interception. Mateus, and he's intervened well there. And here's Torres. Now it's Bellingham, and it's Hakimi. Nice sequence of passes this. Nedved. That has not gone well. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Instant pack, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Besiktas to lead, but it's quite a game. Half-time, 3-2. So we're just settling back into this second half. Ferdinand gets across to intercept that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Torres. De Jong. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Has a look up, and Torres! That was superb goalkeeping.
Fernando Torres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Climbs up big! It's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
De Jong is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for a runner.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That looks a cracking ball. Oh, he's burst through. And he's hit it long, but astray. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Played into space. Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Very nicely done. And he whips it in. Oh, well played, well played. Nedved. Can he get it through? That's been cut out, well played. And here's Pedri. That's a little off target. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Bellingham. Not the most accurate pass. Thuram. Now, can they get him away? Tries to pass it through. And the finish! Goal! Besiktas! And they're back in front.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Besiktas get themselves into the lead. De Jong gets flagged offside.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Torres. And he cuts out the supply.
They want to make the most of this turnover.
It's a sharp pass. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And a chance! And it's in! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 4.
No, he's not going any further than that.
Number 15.
Caicedo
Number 7.
for Messi.
Frankie de Jong.
Hakimi.
Number 41.
That looks a decent ball. Thinks about the shots.
Number 9.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
Vitinha. Number 19. Messi. Number 11.
It's Nedved.
Federico
Now there's a
Valverde.
probing ball.
Number 25.
Oh, super ball. Now the big header.
Substitutions taking place.
Decent enough try.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
4 added minutes has been
Confirmation
indicated.
that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And he welcomes it in. And he's cut it out. Zanetti. Rodri kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Messi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Played back in. Aimed beyond the defence. Cross. Bullish header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much.
There could be trouble here. Davids. That's that, the end. Besiktas have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Romania against Besiktas.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong, and absolutely gifted.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Lee Kang in. Oh, the ball's gone astray.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He has found the way through. Oh, that was vital. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, no question, that's a foul. Oh, that was venomous. Pirlo gathers from the goal kick. And it's Zanetti. He's being urged to shoot. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Cafu cuts out the pass. First quarter of an hour gone. Looking for the run. Threads one in. Besiktas yet to have an attempt on goal. Hakimi. Can he get it through? Well timed, excellent interception. Now it's Nedved.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Besiktas! Besiktas take the lead. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Romania trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Hakimi. He's got away. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And one more try! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Zanetti. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Seedorf. Now, can they get him away? Lee Kang in, could try cutting inside here. Cross goes in there. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And this is Raul. Gullit. Oh, that's fabulous. And it's played into the middle. Good read, needed to be. Pirlo! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pirlo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Romania with the corner, they're first. Besiktas have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Owen. Nicely weighted ball. Now there's a fight. And a chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Nedved clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Up he goes! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Kirkchu. Looking to play him in. Engages and forces him off the ball. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. And he's managed to get through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great chance! And he's done it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. and it's very impressive.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
That's the keeper's ball. And there's the end of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start in the second half.
Besiktas are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And if it just that could spell trouble. And Owen! It's in! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Besiktas take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Shapes to shoot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lee Kang-in is offering a wry smile there.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Cafu kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tries to play it through, and it's Seedorf.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Now it's Owen. Romania appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
So we've reached the hour mark. Tries to pass it through. Oh, this is a great position.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Seedorf! So, third quarter of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Ball's gone out of play. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu powering forward here. Kokchu. He's cut it out. And that pass isn't the best. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Couldn't squeeze it through. Davids, Leicester calmly anticipates. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Hullet. Owen with the delivery. Seedorf. Great vision. Oh, they can break here. Hakimi. Can he get on the end of this? And he welcomes it in. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Tries from distance. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Now it's Raul. Looking. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now that looks a decent ball. He's had a shot. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's made sure that's not getting through. That is ended up in no man's land. Knocks it into space. No, it's come to nothing. Oh, what a mistake! There's the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. So now the difference is 3. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Besiktas clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, easy pickings there. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. He's a sharp little ball here. 2 minutes to be added on. That's at the end. Well, that was a tale of 2 very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those.
You